Jewish settlers that live in Hebron are living under the same rights that I live in Jerusalem, but the Palestinian next to them, next house over, next building over, sometimes next apartment over, lives under my rule, my military rule. And I can do whatever I want with him. I can take his home as a temporary base for a few hours to a few days to a few weeks. I can decide that I'm arresting the people of the house and tying them up to the fence of my base. If we will get an order to demolish their home or just lock their front door and don't let them out into the street their house is on, a street that only Jewish settlers can walk on and Palestinians cannot. So they have to walk through windows to yards, into the other side, into the Kasbah of Hebron. I think realizing all of that in a very, very early stage in my service helped me understood that someone was lying to me along the way. I didn't feel like I'm protecting anyone. I didn't feel like I'm helping anyone feeling more safe. I felt like I'm terrorizing people. I felt like for the first time in my life, the boundaries between good and bad that I learned as a kid, and obviously I learned that I'm on the good side, was broken. I felt like I am the terrorist. And my job was literally to scare people so they cannot think about acting against the Israeli settlers or the Israeli military. That was actually our defined mission, to make sure that to instill fear in the hearts of Palestinians in Hebron. And that's exactly what we did.
I myself was a sergeant of a snipers team, and one of the missions that I carried out was going into Palestinians' homes and using their homes as military posts. And there are different reasons for soldiers to enter homes. It could be for using the home as military posts for snipers or observation points. It could be using the home as a place for soldiers to rest. The fact that the Palestinian family could go to sleep at night, and I think, with COVID, hitting around the world, we understand the importance of the safety of our homes, and understanding that for years out of my life, for 3 years out of my life and 2 years as I served in the occupied territories, my job was to make sure Palestinians will not feel safe in their homes. So there are prices to pay in the Israeli society for speaking out, and the current Prime Minister and probably the future Prime Minister have both been part of incitement campaigns against us. And I think even more important than the price that we paid, we always put it in sort of a larger picture and understand that in the end of the day, the price that we're paying is much smaller than the price of the Palestinians who have to live under our control and our might. And that's why, even with the pressure and even with incitement, we will continue to break our silence.
La dernière guerre de Gaza jette le doute sur la morale de l'armée israélienne,
qui est l'armée la plus morale du monde.